Hello, everybody. I'm Shawna. Um, I am working on trying to help everybody towards their fitness goals and letting everybody know that you can still achieve your fitness goals even if you don't have a gym membership. So, as you can see over here, I have this little treadmill I found on a Facebook garage sale site for 65 bucks. Works great, as you can see it. I put 7 miles on it yesterday. I obtained 80 or so pounds of weight at a garage sale for $15. I believe very strongly that you don't ever have to pay full price for anything. I attempt to use coupons when I can when I go to the grocery store, make it cheaper. I do feel like I spend 75 to 80 bucks on my food a week. I do everything in my ability to eat clean. I very rarely eat potatoes. They say they're okay, but I prefer rice. I actually prefer quinoa over rice. If I eat rice, I eat brown rice. I'm trying to avoid the things that my body processes as sugar. So things like crackers, cookies, obviously candy bars, alcohol. I don't drink regular pop. I do still have a Diet Coke once in a while. I have switched lately from my Monster habit. I used to drink a couple Monsters a day. I know. I've been doing that for a long time. It's really hard to cut because I enjoy them. So I have switched from that to coffee. I know that some people don't believe in caffeine at all, but I do. I've read a lot of studies that say if you drink caffeine just before your workout, you work out harder, longer, stronger, faster, whatever. And it also helps with muscle soreness, so you don't get as hardcore delayed onset muscle soreness. So those are some of the things that I do. I'm just starting my YouTube journey here, and my goal is to actually have a six-pack. I'm finally getting some definition. I've got arms going on here, my delts and definition, but I still have the belly fat that a lot of people complain about. So I'm going to cut any extra sugar out as of January 1st. However, I really would like to get through the holidays. I want to enjoy my time. I don't want to feel stressed about what I am eating, what I'm not eating, if I'm eating the right portions, yada yada. I feel like I have a pretty good judge of self-control when it comes to portion sizes. I've been working on this for years, and I can tell what's about 4 to 6 ounces of chicken, what a cup of broccoli is, a half cup of oats. The majority of my meals for breakfast, I'll have 2 eggs with some veggies, maybe a piece of toast. If I do toast, I eat whole wheat toast, and then I look at the ingredients of the bread, depending on the sales. If it has a higher protein or fiber content, then it's usually less processed. And then for a snack, I usually have some soy nuts or part of a protein bar, a fruit, something like that. For lunch, now my food sometimes gets altered by when I do my workouts, or how hard I work out, or what I do, if I lift a lot, if I do a lot of cardio, stuff like that. So for lunch, I'll usually just do a shake. I have this great new blender. I got a KitchenAid blender. Love it. People have talked about juicing for a long time, and I wasn't totally on board with juicing, so I just got the blender instead. I believe you can have great results for juicing if you need to lose a lot of weight, or if you need to lose weight, want to feel healthier. I personally, it's not my choice. So I got the blender. I put, a cup or 2 of spinach or kale or cilantro into that, and then usually a handful of berries. I try to stick with berries because they have a lower sugar content. And then some ice, and then a scoop of protein powder, or something along those lines. And then I always do a pre-workout supplement, though, before I work out. And I vary those up depending on what's on sale. And then after my workout, I do a post-workout protein, try to get 20-25 grams of protein in. I used to just do chocolate milk, but I found that it has quite a high sugar content, so I'm trying to avoid that right at this moment. And then for supper, I'll usually do a lean meat. We either do tuna, chicken, or some sort of fish. I very rarely eat much other than that. And then a broccoli. If I've worked out real hard, I'll have an extra carb with that, a half a cup. So a lot of times I have a snack before bed too. Just depends on how late we eat supper, how much I worked out. If I worked out a lot, then I'll definitely have a snack before bed. I don't believe that eating before bed is a bad thing, as long as you are eating the proper foods and getting proper exercise. So again, thank you for listening, and I hope to be able to post workout videos and some other stuff soon. I'm trying to obtain all the equipment that I want. So please subscribe, follow me, and I'll try to get at least 2 videos a weekend. All right, thanks. Bye.